Why cannot?
Yeah, cancer patient. Because why? Cancer patient is not as easy as we thought using OPM. Although they have many cases, good cases on cancer. But then you must understand where they are coming from and where we are coming from. They are more professional, put it that way. They have a center that specialized. They have all the things there. Everything is fully equipped. They have all the manpower there. And this patient comes in, I do for you, he comes in tomorrow, and day after day the patients will come. Not once a week or once in 2 weeks, it's every day. And then every day sometimes you even have to rub 2-3 times, 3-5 times. Because for cancer patient, as I said, internally it's turning into eyes. That means the nerves start to tense up every now and then. When the nerves start to tense up every now and then, the problems will come back every now and then. So after you do a good massage, you feel very relieved. Another half an hour, they'll complain again. Yeah? That explains why for cancer patients, we have to put the heat pad there for 24 hours. You have to constantly heat up the body. So not easy to deal with cancer patient. Unless you have the time to follow up. That means you have the time, you're retired now, you have all the time. And then you are so willing to help this patient by all means. Yeah? So that means every day you have to attend to him. And mind you, cancer patient is not 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks you can solve the problem. It's going to run into months and even years. So do you have this time to really help them? You have to think very carefully. You don't do halfway and then you give up. The majority of them, after they start doing already, after 1 month they don't see any good results, they run. And then leave the patient hanging in the air. No, if you want to do, you must be responsible. Okay? You must have that kind of responsibility. So you have the time to do. You don't have the time to be better, don't touch. Most of the times we encourage family members to come and learn and let the family members do the job themselves. That is the best way. Okay? That's why you always encourage. You come in a pair. Yeah? So that, you know, if one falls sick, the others can take over, or you can help one another. That is the best way to do. Let the family members do. That's why the founder's wish is that every household will have someone learn OPM and help the family members. That is the best way. But unfortunately, a lot of people don't do that. They send their parents to the OPM center and say, oh, you are doing Yikong, you are so kind-hearted, please take over now. Then you say, you better come and learn, then you can help your father. Your father say, I got no time, I'm so busy in my work. So, you just throw their parents there in the center. And all these poor teachers behind, they are doing all community service. Yeah? So they have to work like mad. Yeah, but that is beside the point, because once you are in it, you want to help others, you shouldn't complain. Right? You shouldn't complain. But what I'm saying is that if you cannot do a proper job, don't do. Okay? Even though OPM, I believe, is very, very helpful. If you do it correctly, in the correct way, it is very helpful. Very helpful.
You know, with this therapy, right?
Yes, but
okay, okay, can the ginger powder be capsulized so that we can?
Oh, okay.
And then what would be the effectiveness?
Yeah. Okay. Now we are talking about dry ginger, right?
Yeah.
Dry ginger. There are 4 types of ginger. One is dry ginger. One is raw, fresh ginger. One is ginger powder, and one is ginger juice. Right? You can juice it. Okay, all of these 4, the best effect comes from dry ginger because of the sun, light, and the flying. Okay, so raw ginger is warm in nature. Warm in nature. If you fry it, if you sun it, it becomes hot in nature. It got promoted. Okay, so this explains why sometimes when you eat, for example, bread, for example, it's good to toast it first. Yeah, make it hot. Yeah. Vegetables are cooling in nature. Fruits are cooling in nature. But vegetable very difficult to control. Fruits very difficult to control because you can't add ginger. Vegetables you can slice, you can add in slices of gingers, the fly, the cook, the wife, right? Yeah, at least to cover up some of the coldness. But for fruits, how are you going to add ginger? Unless you can boil it, right? Or maybe you toast it. Have you ever tasted the toasted orange before?
Add ginger juice.
You cut slice away the top of the orange, you put the whole orange in the toaster for about 5-10 minutes, you bring it up, you cut it into 4 pieces, you eat very juicy and nice. Yeah, it's hot and juicy. Yeah. Don't take things from the fridge so cold and they start to eat, especially fruits. You know, recently during the durian seasons, we have 3 of them in Malacca, and all are OPM practitioners. But they cannot escape the temptations of the durians. Yeah? So what this guy did, he put the whole durian into the freezer, and then he bring it up and he eat the whole durian. We said like ice cream, very nice. After eating, he landed himself in ICU. Really, no joke. ICU, he went into ICU. Seriously ill. It's too cold. Yeah? So
it's not caused by the durian, it's caused by the coldness.
Yeah, coldness. Yeah. So durian by itself is cooling in nature. Add on to the freezer. Yeah? The coldness from the freezer is double. Then it get promoted really. Yeah, it's more serious now. Okay? It becomes extremely cold. Not cool, it's cold. Yeah? Cold in Chinese is called Han. Actually, Han is not cold, but we cannot find a better word to translate cold. That's this Han. In Chinese, it's called Han. But in English, there is no words to describe this Han. So we use cold. But cold is actually, when it's cold means cold. I know. It's different thing, but as long as we know the meaning is okay. Because cannot find any words. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. No, durian by itself is cool in nature because of its sweetness. Anything that is too sweet is cold and cool in nature. That's why we explain. That's why we say all cancer patients must refrain from taking fruits. And this is again in contradictions to Western theories and to the nutritionists, right? You know, in Tamping, there's one area like a hospice like that where all the cancer patients will come. Yeah, and then they give them 2 options. One is that you go on a fruits diet. Every day they will do juicing for you, morning, afternoon, and night. So your meals are all juices the whole day. The other one is vegetables. They give you vegetables the whole day. Okay? And then they do massage for you. And then they give you swana. Then they do coffee enema for you. Okay? Now this is the things they do. Yeah? But you look at the opium theories. Fruits are very cooling in nature. There are a few Singaporeans that went there the other day. And one of them, after taking the fruit juice for 3 days, he gave up, surrendered. He took a cab back all the way to Singapore. He couldn't stand the coldness from the fruits. So, coffee enema, very cooling in nature. Fruits, very cooling in nature. Vegetable, cooling in nature. Except the swana. Right? The others are all cooling in nature. So, yeah, wait. Vegetarian. Yeah. I am a vegetarian for 20 years. Yeah, 20 years. So, vegetarian, you must know how to eat correctly. Yeah. Vegetarians are all vegetables, cooling in nature. So now you know that they are cooling in nature, so you have to add ginger. Add ginger. Okay? Okay. Besides this, of course, you can get nutrition from nuts. Walnuts, almond nuts, cashew nuts, ground nuts, fiber nuts, okay, and all the beans. Yeah? The beans, all these vitamins, proteins, carbohydrates, minerals, you can get it from elsewhere. Yeah? Get it from something. You see, in Western theories, we talk about contents of something, right? Contents. These foods have what contents. The nutritionist will tell you what kind of vitamins, yeah, nutrients. Talk about nutrients now. Huh? And then for the TCMs, we talk about the effectiveness. These medicines, what kind of effectiveness indeed, yeah, how effective it is. For OPM, we don't talk about this. We talk about medicinal value. Medicinal value in the sense in the sense, in terms of what is the medicinal value. Is it cold in nature, warm in nature, hot in nature, neutral in nature, or cool in nature? We want to know, because that is the mothers of all problems creation, the coolness of the body. So we must be careful of the things that we eat now. If it is too cold, it's going to deplete more energy, more heat energy, right? So we have to be careful. Those things that we eat, we have to make sure that it is at least neutral in nature. Doesn't mean that you cannot take those cool in nature or cold in nature, but you have to eat less. If you are strong, too strong, okay, you eat less. Don't eat too much. And when you are sick, then you better of what? Refrain from taking fruit juice. I tell you, this cancer patient, they cannot stand. I have one of these cancer patient in KL. This cervical cancer. Cervical cancer. She went all the way to Sabah because the brother is staying in Sabah, KK, and told the sisters that you come over because here has what called Samadhi. You know, very good doctor, specialist in cancer treatment. You come over. Went over, you know what the doctors give her every day? Sour salt juice every day. For more urines. After taking for 2 months, as she came back in the wheelchair, she couldn't take it anymore. So when she reached KL, she said, I cannot survive past because 7 months approaching, 7 months approaching that time. So she told the children, she cannot survive. Yeah, because she bleeds so much until she has to go to the hospital a few times to do this blood transfusion. No more blood. So she said cannot survive anymore. So eventually we did OPM. OPM, and after a few months of OPM, she recovered. About 90% she recovered. So she put on weight, she can eat, she can sleep, energy all came back. Yeah. But I have to warn you, I've looked at all these cases. All these cancer patients, when they recover, they thought they really recovered. They thought that they are really well now. So they neglect those things that they're not supposed to do. So they went back to their old habits. Not supposed to eat, they start to eat. Yeah? Not supposed to do, they start to do. For example, few of them went back to work. And because the work is so taxing, it drained off their energy. And then they have a relapse. And when they have a relapse, the second time, the third time, it's going to be serious. Really serious. Yeah? So you have to be careful. When you are on the road to recovery, always make sure that you maintain the health now. You have to be very careful with what you eat, and you have to do regular exercise. Yeah? Exercise is still number one. You have to do exercise, eat correctly, sleep correctly, and avoid doing those kind of heavy-duty works, okay, or those kind of taxing works in the office that drain your energy. Okay, this is very important. Yeah. So otherwise, they thought that they have already recovered. So most of them, some of them, they have a relapse. So that's why this time in Vancouver, Dr. Chan, play all those videos on those successful cases and also those unsuccessful cases. And he explained why. He explained why unsuccessful. Is it because of OPM? No, it's because the patient never followed instruction. Okay? So, any more questions?
On the capsule or the tablet.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to answer your question. The capsule, the ginger, yeah?
Yeah,
okay.
Because you know why you capsulize it, maybe some you take it already for children is here inside.
Yes, you can.
But how effective is it in ginger powder form you capsulize?
Ginger powder ranked last among the four. Yeah. Ginger powder is only good when we go overseas. Convenient. Convenient. You just bring a bottle of ginger powder in the hotel rooms. You can see every morning wake up, you just have a teaspoon of powder, add hot water. You can drink straight away. And if you put a capsule, because for critical cases we have to consume a lot. You see, critical cases we're talking about how much? We're talking about 100 up to 150 grams. 150 grams is 1.5 kg, right, of fresh ginger, right? So 150 grams is quite a lot. If you put 150 grams of powder in the capsule, I don't know how many capsules you have to take. You'll be a lot of capsules to take. Yeah. So for this side, it's okay. You can use the capsule form because it's 3 grams, 10 grams. It's okay. You can take a few capsules. Yeah. But for here, no. And the effectiveness of the ginger is for most of the cancer patients they already have some problems with their stomach problem. So that's why they have this kind of eating problem, appetite problem. Yeah, they have spleen and stomach problem. So because ginger powder has fiber in it, a lot of fiber, and fiber is not good for those people with spleen and stomach problem. Yeah, digestion problem. Okay, so if not what they call required, just use the boiling method. That is the most effective. Dry ginger. If you have time, boil it. If you don't have time to prepare dry ginger, never mind. Use raw ginger. It's equally good. Raw ginger is equally good. Huh? Because a lot of people don't have this time to go and dry. You know how time consuming it is. You have to wash, you have to cut, you have to dry for 2 days. Yeah, it's really a lot of work. So if you cannot, you can buy from the open market. But buying from the open market, you have to be careful. You don't buy the powder form because rotten ginger cannot be eaten. So if it is mass production kind of powder, yeah, who knows whatever they have, they just throw it in, right? And powder is already in powder, you cannot see anything, right? But if you buy dry ginger, at least you can see the dry ginger. Those spoiled ones, you can remove them, and then at least you can wash 1 or 2 times before you boil, right? So dry ginger you can buy, but I don't advise you to buy powder form, unless you know some of them already practice OPM, they are doing it themselves, yeah? So they are selling this kind of powder and dry ginger. So you can buy from them because we know that they're very careful with all this. Yeah? Okay, so...
This one's are they?
Oh, they are selling the ginger.
Powder.
If they make themselves, okay. But if they are getting from somewhere else, so don't buy.
Hello, I make my dry ginger using dehydrator. Dehydrator.
Oh, okay.
Is it okay?
Okay, the 吹风扇啊，那个the oven.
烘干机。
烘干机 is an oven type, right? Yeah. Okay, that one can be done. Yeah. But if you have time to use the sun better. If you cannot use oven, yeah, the big oven. But you have to oven it for 7 hours. 7 hours. Wow. Temperature of about 70 over degrees. Yeah. 70 over degrees over about 7 hours. Yeah.
Aiyo, who to monitor? Who is going to monitor? 爆炸. Slow cooker and the rice cooker, the best.
Okay, if you have any other questions, please go on to the next session. Okay, I think.